They call me Superman, beat on hoes in a single bound. I'm single now, got no ring on his finger now. I never let another chick bring me down in a relationship.
Hey everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And today I came in to do a little bit something different. I wanted to do this video because I wanted to do like a recap of some of the past videos that I've done. And just give you guys an idea of some of the comments that I read and how you guys either make me laugh, you piss me the fuck off, or I could see myself being friends with some of you in real life. So let me just get started. The first video that I want to talk about, or series of videos that I want to talk about, is the videos that I have done about Mr. Steve Harvey, his ex-wife Mary Harvey, and Miss Essie Berry. Now y'all ain't gonna word me down in them goddamn comments about Steve Harvey. I got my opinion, you have yours. But here's what I will say. I cannot understand how another woman, and I mean y'all out there who've been in my comments, could co-sign what Steve did to his wife. Let me just put it in everyday girl talk. This motherfucker played her ass, y'all. And I'm going to keep it all the way down so y'all can understand what I'm saying. This woman left him with no alimony, no child support. None of that was ordered. When she divorced him, Steve was worth over $100 million, y'all. And in the state that she lived in, they were supposed to split the assets that were, accumulated during their marriage 50-50. Tell me this, because y'all keep on talking about this $1.4 million that she got. Now, she got $1 million because she sold a house. And y'all talk about this $40,000 that he's supposed to gave her. He only gave her that for 10 months. So 10 times 40,000 is 400. So if you look at that, that's a $1.4 million that he was allegedly supposed to have given to her. If he was worth, let's just say $100 million, and in the state that they live in, she was supposed to get half. What the fuck, y'all? So you women out there who are supporting him, picture that if that was you. Mary Harvey wasn't no sit-at-home wife. Mary Harvey was the CEO of Steve Harvey's various companies. So when he pulled the rug out from under her, y'all, when he took a baby, took her money, took all that, y'all condone that? Then you bitches are silly. Because if I had been with a motherfucker for 17 years, and when I met that bastard, he had nothing in the bank, and when I left that motherfucker, he had $100 million, and we live in a state where the assets is supposed to be split 50-50, he gonna walk away with 50 million, and Rachel gonna walk away with 50 million. And that's the end of that. Moving on, y'all, because I ain't about to dwell on it. I want y'all to ponder that. Because, y'all, some of y'all bitches are silly. Y'all gonna get played by your men, and that's the end of the story. Now, some of the other stories that I wanted to talk about, let me just see. Oh, yeah, y'all. When Whoopi was sitting up talking about, black women and their hair, and if we want to be right, then we will stop wearing white lady hair. Got a whole bunch of comments about that. And all I gotta say about this, because I talked about how my mother ain't feeling Whoopi, and she think Whoopi dresses and looks like a bag lady. A lot of people weighed in on both sides. Some were saying, Whoopi is right. You black bitches need to stop wearing white women hair. And this is how I feel. I'm just going to break it down. And once again, I'm going to do it in sister girl language. You know what? Hell with all y'all. Hell with all of y'all. If we wear our hair natural, you got a problem with that. If we try to wear braids, you got a problem with that. If we try to wear dreads, you got a problem with that. So what is it, y'all? Which way do you want us to wear our hair? Do you want us to just go ahead and shave it bald? If we try to get our hair straightened, you got a problem with that. If we wear a wig, you got a problem with that. If we wear weave, you got a problem with that. So like I said, What do you want us to do? To go ahead and shave our heads bald? Would that make you happy? End of the story about that one. Moving on to the next one. Another story that I got a little bit of comments back and you guys were tripping on is that story that I did about that chick, Rachel Dolezal. You know, the white woman that truly believes that she's black and she was heading up the NAACP, at least a chapter in the area that she lived in. And a lot of black people were saying, hey, if she wants to be black, I ain't worried about it, blah, blah, blah. You know, the only thing I feel about that is that she's a fraud and she's aggravating. And, you know, if you want to be black, go somewhere and sit your ass down and quit getting in the media. Just be black in your life. We don't want to hear about it, you know. I'm just sick of people trying on our culture like it's some clothes or a pair of shoes or a coat and sampling us. They sample the shit out of us and don't give us credit for any fucking thing. And that just annoys the hell out of me. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but it really does. And you know, with that story, that's the end of it because there's really nothing more to say about it. Now, another story that I want to come back in and apologize to y'all for. You know, I'm one of those type of people that it doesn't bother me to say I was wrong and to apologize when I was. And that was the story that I did about Iyanla and Neffy's sister, Keisha Cole's sister, Neffy. Now, I came on and I did a video and I said that I didn't like the way that she addressed Neffy when she said that she was a low-down gun snipe straight up out the hood or something to that effect. After doing that video, I got a whole bunch of comments, explaining to me that, Rachelle, you didn't do your homework, you didn't watch everything. That's not exactly what was meant by that statement. And I want to tell y'all that since then, I have done my homework. I have, looked at that story a little closer. I also have seen several videos since then about who Neffy really is, and I want to apologize because I was wrong. So exactly what Iyanla called her, I agree with her. She was and is a low down gutter snipe straight up out the hood. Y'all know there's a rumor out there that her other sister has put out, blasting the family and blasting some of Neffy's business. That Neffy was supposed to have went down on one of their brothers. Y'all, child, the family is just all kind of messed up. So again, I want to say that I was wrong. You guys were right, and I apologize. So there. Isn't it weird that someone comes back on and apologizes when they F it up? And that one, y'all, I truly effed up because, oh, your Lord, when I was reading that stuff, I was like, this girl is crazy. So, yeah, y'all was right. Now, another story that y'all seem to really, really, comment on is anytime we talk about Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston, Lil Bobby Christina, those stories really bother y'all. And it's all this thing about these movies that are supposed to be coming out, telling their story. As a community, we want them to just leave them alone. The consensus that I get down in my comments is that y'all are not feeling, these movies, and you just want them to leave them alone. A lot of you say that it's too soon to do a movie, that maybe if they had been dead 10, 15 years, that, at that point, we as a community would be ready. Y'all all are really upset about, the drug use from all of them. A lot of you do feel that because Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown were so messed up, that it caused their daughter to be messed up. And it just is a sad situation. When I read your comments, after the video, a lot of people are very upset with Whitney and Bobby. A lot of you truly believe that Bobby Brown is the cause of Whitney Houston being messed up. And then there is another group of you who believe Whitney was on the road to destruction before she met Bobby. Now, I have teetered back and forth, and right now, y'all, I'm in the middle. And like I said in several of the videos that I did about this family, I believe this. I believe that they both were troubled, and when they got together, it was an explosion of trouble, that they were not good for each other. So I believe that when Bobby came to her, he had his own set of problems, and Whitney came to him with her own set of problems. I don't believe that either of their hands are clear when it comes to that relationship and all of that. I just don't, because y'all, so much shit has happened with those two that it wasn't even funny. And when you look at you know, their life together, it's just sad, because if they both could have gotten themselves together, they could have had a beautiful life. And y'all, with that story, I want to leave it alone, because every time I think about Bobby Christina, it just breaks my heart for that baby. So y'all, with that one, I'm gonna move on. Another story that, oh, y'all was tearing these comments up. Was the story back a while ago that I did about Omarosa, and when she went after April Ryan, you know, and attacked April Ryan, not physically, but ran up to April Ryan and was asking April Ryan all these questions and just, you know, getting all up in April Ryan's face. Now, surprisingly, I got all these comments from these trolls that were saying that April Ryan was some type of Hillary Clinton plant, and it was all a major scheme, and April Ryan was put in the White House for this or that nefarious reason. And I was sitting here like, what the folk are these? What the folk? Y'all, I can't even talk today. What the, I meant to say, what the fuck are these people talking about? Because this shit was so crazy, what was down in my comments, that after a while, y'all, I stopped even reading that crazy ass shit. The bottom line was, Omarosa should not have run up in April Ryan's face. They both are professional women, and Omarosa should have respected April Ryan as a seasoned White House journalist. And, you know, pretty much that's the point that I was trying to make. All this shit that they were getting into in my comments, I was like, I don't even know what the hell these people talking about. And frankly, I don't even give a damn. That was just the point I was trying to make. And pretty much that, you know, that was it about it. Let's see, y'all. Another story that had a whole bunch of comments and, you know, views and all of that was just Steve Harvey again. Y'all, it was everything to do with his show, and you know, when he went to see Trump, and those little series of videos that I had done over the past, anything that concerns Steve Harvey. Y'all, what I feel is that y'all can't stand him. Y'all are not feeling Steve Harvey, not one bit. Now, let me just tell you, it is those people out there that no matter what celebrity it is, y'all ride or die for them. Y'all don't see no wrong. So I do have those down in the comments that no matter what Steve Harvey does, they're going to be on his ass and supporting him as a, you know, as a fan. And I just don't understand that blind hero worship. You know, it's like they're not taking the blinders off their eyes and saying that this person is just human and they make mistakes just like everybody else does. I just don't get that, y'all. I just don't get it. And you know, it bothers me that grown people, you know, I'm gonna give y'all an example. Years ago when I was younger, I loved me some Prince. Child, if my brothers can tell y'all some stories, they would have y'all cracking up. I had Prince posters all over my walls, all over my ceilings. I used to be kissing his picture. Child, I thought he was going to be my husband. I went to every fucking concert that Prince ever performed anywhere near Cleveland, Ohio when I was younger. But y'all, you know what happened? I grew up. Because when I was a teenager, I just was in love with him. Thought he was going to be my man, child. He was even on my ceiling. But child, what happened, like I said, is I grew up. And I met the man that I was going to spend, well, not the rest of the years of my life, y'all, but a good chunk of my life. And I forgot all about Prince's ass, you know. And then I looked back at Prince a few years later. And y'all, I looked at him and I said, what the hell was I thinking when I was a teenager? This man had on some bikini panties, a goddamn chain around his stomach, and some thigh highs. And I thought he was masculine. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. I love me some Prince to this day. I love his thigh highs. I love his bikini panties. And I love the chain around his stomach. Prince was my guy. But I grew up in a little hero worship that I had when I was younger. Once I met this man that was kissing me in real life and holding this body in real life and, you know, doing things to this body in real life, I forgot all about Prince's ass. He wasn't my hero worshiper. You know, I wasn't worshiping his ass no more. I was worshiping this man that I could roll over in the middle of the night and, you know, I'm going to leave it right there, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He was rocking my world, y'all. So I wasn't thinking about Prince no more. Not in that way, anyway. After that, I just loved Prince for his music. And I didn't worship him anymore. So, y'all, that is the end of my look back video. And I just wanted to know if there are some other videos that you want me to do, like a look back on, and, you know, what people thought of it and what your feelings were on it, or if you, anything, you know, if there's a video that you wanted me to go back and explain, or some comments that I made, just put it down in the comment section and I have no problem doing it. And with that, y'all, I'm going to get out of here because I got to go down here and start painting my basement. And I'll tell y'all about that in a future video and let you in on some things that I'm got in the works in my private life. You guys take care of yourself. And as always, thank you so much for watching my video. Bye-bye now.